afternoon, gamers! We are back with more Pyre today, and we left off with Sandra had something to say to us. We have another trial. Leave me alone, reader. I'm in no mood. I'm in no mood. I'm in no mood to talk to you at this time. She's concerned about something, but you cannot sense what, and she refuses to say. I see little need to keep on blathering about to you as I once did. I should not have let you in. Be gone. My services are yours, but this place is my own. She's being tsundere now. Oh good, she said as I was beginning to feel more bored even than usual. Tizo. I dare think I remember something of that imp. He certainly stood out from all of his ilk, although that really is not saying much. Well, let us bring him forth. Tizo soon appears and heeded the summons. Creaky! He seems prepared for whatever lies ahead. He's a fast little fella. Listen well, imp. You answer to me here. Creehawk! Tizo indicates understanding, and he's prepared. You know the formalities, of course. Show me then what you've learned thus far about the rites. Here in this trial, it should be just you, my beyonders, and your lovely reader. Let us see how you fare. Oh, I made it! Oh no. You have such a hell of an advantage over that with the Pyre. Dang. Got ya. Nice. Ooh. I Cricket. You believe in Tizo? Why don't you believe in me? Believe in me instead. I was pushing my luck. Got ya. Oh. Got him. Darn it. Is that how you're asked? Cricket! Does your rudeness know no limits? Oh, frig. Yeah, I'm improving slowly. but surely. Can you mean that? Got him. Darn. Someday I'll be good at basketball. Come over, buddy. No! I want to redo it and check what talisman I have on because I actually don't know. The hops. Groundhog! Tizo's frustrated. Me too, little guy. Come now, Imp. This test is not meant to be easy, even for the likes of you. I would tell you not to waste more of my time, but then my time is there for you to waste. So try again now or whenever you so choose. Let's change the talisman. But how are you feeling today, Cricket? And how did your stream go last night? Ferocious roar. That's a chance to return immediately. What else do we got? Instantly recovering stamina. That could be good. I feel like this is probably better. That's the Cirgilman one. Need money. More quickness? Maybe? Try being even faster? You feeling okay? Just got a little cough still? That's not too bad then. Are you gonna visit Lily? Oh wait, no, because Lily moved to be near you, right? I was gonna say, are you gonna visit, but now you're local. You're probably just waiting so you didn't get her sick. Got him. Oh. Heck. Oh, got him. Oh my god, flying is OP! Holy moly. Nerf wings. Whee! Tizo's excited and awaits her approval. A worthwhile effort, Imp. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Your predecessor may well have approved. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Give me the good stuff. Yeah, flying is super good. What the heck? Whee! Tizo's happy. Haub's wing. Tizo's flutter and zip abilities cost less stamina than usual. So you can fly even more? Too good. You and Sir Gilman make a quick search of the sweeping plains of Hollow Root. However, you find nothing of note. An uneventful trip, but then it gives this knight more time to practice his techniques. You soon return to the Black Wagon, where the others are preoccupied with their own pursuits. You should have enough time to pursue your vocations. Rookie? Rookie is counting the group's supply of soul when he sees you approach. He rushes right up to you as per his custom. Hey sister, I was just thinking what we could pick up from the slug market next chance we get. Been running some numbers here, and by my count we've made old Falcon Ron richer by 201 souls so far, if you can believe that. He's probably doing pretty well these days, just thanks to us. But I figure we got a decent arrangement going. Hoarding soul ain't gonna do us any good down here, and Ron's merchandise can get us ahead. Those talismans are weird, right? But they seem to work. Especially if you keep some of that Stardust stuff onto them, right? Say, you don't think it's cheating using that stuff, do you, sister? He does not give you the opportunity to answer. Though anyways, that Ron and I, we go way back, alright? Like, you don't even know. He and I, why, technically, we knew each other even back before I ended up down here. He was one of my importers, so to speak. Yeah, he and I, we had a good thing going for a while. Sent all sorts of junk downriver to him, and back in the Commonwealth, the soul was still worth something to some folk. One day, of course, the jig was up for me, you understand. So imagine his surprise when I ran into him right here on his home turf. You make an effort to imagine Falcon Ron's surprise. Yeah, fine. So Ron didn't shed no tears about me getting thrown down. When I first met him face to face, he just says, "Oh, hey, Mr. Greentail," like he's expecting me or something. Though he did seem pretty miffed at losing me as a supplier. But he got me a customer. Believe you me, his prices would be 10 times... Oh, he got me as a customer. Believe you me, his prices would be 10 times worse if not for Rookie Greentail's premier loyalty discount taken off the top. Just whatever you do, don't go around asking questions about him. Believe you me, the less we know about our good chum, Falcon Ron, the better. Anyway, I'm off to chase my tail for a bit, so see you around, sister. He bounds off out of the wagon. Okay. Time to fight the witches. En route to the Ridge of Gold, the wagon comes to a sudden halt. That does it. I'm leaving. The cause of Jodario's outburst soon becomes apparent. My girlfriends can't get along. Well, reader darling, at least some of us know how to take a joke, wouldn't you say? Look, she was reminiscing once again about her soldier days, and I just happened to point out, I may have suggested the fiery destruction of the Spiral Sanctum happened on her former unit's watch. I mean, didn't it? Not that she would have made much of a difference, but had she been there herself, she ought to thank the saint that she was spared by her exile here. I thought she held no love for your Commonwealth. I shall never understand what it is your people ever saw in that dreadful place, but I guess I hit a sore spot. Yeah, Ryoki is going to be the next one to go home, I think. Especially since I unlocked his backstory. I should probably apologize. She swoops off. There's no sign of either one of them. You organize a small search. It proves fruitless, but then... Jodario returns alone as if nothing happened. She's back to her calm self. Let us continue. I regret the interruption. Pamitha soon comes back as well. Oh, don't you worry, darling. I've definitely patched things up between us, honest. At least, I think I didn't make things worse? She returns to her business in the wagon. You make ready to assume your travels, but make a note to follow up with them. Maybe this is one of those like enemies to lovers situations. We rid the land of an impending doom, but faced another of its kind, for we knew that we were trapped. Yet for each danger which we faced, for every failed ambush by Arch, we met with gentle souls and kindred spirits on the downside, who deserved more than to fade from memory within this land. It was then the stars themselves showed us the way, delineating a great voyage across the sea. Near broken we became, but then, at last, a moonlit vision, that of the rights, and thus shall they say of us, the 8 scribes gave their freedom, so that we may yet have ours. Thank you, Cricket, yes, thank you, my brain is humongous. The serpent titan Gandreth turned to brittle stone not long after his death, of that you may be certain. What remains is a flat, elevated basin that stands us closer to the heavens. Upon the fallen Gandroth's hide, the stars themselves alight, and you shall know you stand on sacred ground. We set the metal sigils, lit the candle flames, and we emblazoned on the rock-like forms the sigil of our passage to and from this land, and then the stars themselves, they did reply to us. They sang shining bright, their voices loud and clear. We understood their cadence, and we knew how often to return. You find Pamela in the midst of a heated conversation. All I'm saying is, we're limiting not only our own chances individually, but all your friends' chances as well. Jodariel seems to be considering whatever it is that Pamela proposed. Reader, the Harpier is suggesting that perhaps it would be best if I were to form an alliance with the ones whom I fought for the better part of my life. Just with me, Jodariel. I cannot vouch for anybody else. How utterly absurd. If we were in the Commonwealth, I would not have stayed my hand against her, and that I can say for certain. However, as Hedwin would say, what happened back there, perhaps none of that matters anymore, and what matters more is what we do from here. That is to say, I'm willing to give it a shot. You mean you'd be willing to conduct the rites with me? Yes. Excellent. I knew that you would come around. I thought she'd never come around, but I ought to give her the benefit of the doubt here. I'm grateful for your open-mindedness. No need to let old enmities between our ancestors ruin things between us, or the others in our little party for that matter, after all. Do not push it with me, Harp. We shall see if the reader here is thus inclined to pair us in the coming rites. I'm willing to defer to her. Anyway, you see? I think I managed to make amends there. Dallas will get on swimmingly in no time. Hey Jada, welcome back! Pamela and Jodariel are now willing to conduct the rites together. It's happening, Cricket! It's happening! Hey guys, look. I got something here I think which maybe you would like. He shows you several bottles of multicolored liquids of some sort. Sun serum, star serum, and moon serum. Yeah, they taste pretty good, I guess. And besides, they can give you just a little lift, you know what I mean? You get thirsty for them, don't even worry, I can get more soon. $49! Ain't nobody can afford this. Oh my god. I can sell this single apple. I'm so poor. I'm so poor in this game. Come on. His laughter, it taunts me. Go to sleep. Bounty hunting? They're leaving, Dad. Just look at how much we got this time. I didn't buy anything from you, though. What? Though the now familiar surroundings of the Ridge of Gold made preparations faster than before, the stars are already aflame by the time you and the others are gathered. At last. Well, Tizo, I have every faith in your ability in this. Cree-hee! You wish them all good fortune in turn. Little else is said, and together you watch the celestial harmony in calm and silence, and await the withdrawn. Call of the Night? Oh, Yofu Kushino Uta? Right? I've read that one. Something else catches your notice in the sky, this time strange new stars shimmering about the ones you recognize. The greater titans have returned. Some of them, and merely in spirit, not in form, but those dark stars are a portentous sight. Though they may light your way, beware the path which they illuminate, reader. Henceforth you may invite the influence of the titan stars. Oh, greater challenge. But does this mean greater reward?
Behold, the titan stars.
Youch! Rank up faster. Your enemies are faster. You start with less Pyre health. And your enemies get more hope, which makes them return faster after banishment. I don't like any of these. This is probably the least bad one, I would say.
Andrea, the widow.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Give me the XP. This is probably a huge mistake.
The titan stars.
Hey George, good afternoon.
Burning remnants of monstrosities felled by the scribes themselves.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Dare
I'm
you to
doing it,
stand
Cricket.
against them in their fury? Dark is the knowledge that you seek there, reader.
Oh, dark knowledge.
Best focus on your adversaries.
That's my favorite
Keen
kind.
as they are to confront you once again.
How are you doing today, George? And thank you for lurking, Weedy. I appreciate you.
Glory of the Night Wings. Now then, make ready
Who should
for
I
the
invite?
raid.
Previous time he snuffed out our Pyre's flame, prevailed. This time all for Youch. No matter the result, no matter the cost. The withdrawn, let us show them what the Night Wings can do. Hey, Starry Night is perfect for Pyre.
Now we shall get started.
Equip Luminous Idol. Why is it recommending the Luminous Idol? Should only stick with her special one? This says grants an exile 1,000 enlightenment. I don't understand when you use this.
And my wolf pack,
Huh?
it grew by one.
Iron Bite, thank you. Thank you for the 7 months. Thank you very much. How are you doing today? You're tired today, George? Did you stay up late gaming? Let's get our harpy friend caught up. I can't use it now? Oh. Okay, bird girlfriend, you're gonna come with me. I think we should bring her and Joe Dario since they were getting along so well, you know? I'm gonna need the money.
Joe Dario.
You doing good, Iron Bite? Good to hear it. One of your relatives was in the hospital. I hope they're doing okay, George. Yeah, I can imagine that wouldn't be very comfortable for sleeping. Who else should we bring today? Let's bring Faye with us. And use her special ability. Oh, they're back home already? Oh, good.
Chiru-sama?
Very well.
Oh, hey, JD. Good afternoon. Okay, I think I am ready. I like how everything's a question with her. It's very relatable. Hear us, Youch. Bring to us thy terrible power.
Commence.
Haha! Hey!
There goes the witch Udmilda.
Oh no! Okay. Alright, Pamela! How do I switch? Oh, I died.
Oh, boo.
Woo!
Wings are first.
Is that a girl?
Adversary's flame.
Oh, he has me. Hello, hello. Please stand against us once again. Be gone. Irrelevant to us or to our purpose.
Stand not in glory's path.
I almost got you. No! Oh, you bad man.
Into flame.
25 health! I'm gonna die. Oh, this is no good.
The fire of resolve.
Okay, Mother, I'm counting on you. Just kidding, just check on this one.
The orb.
Oof! Joe Dario!
Be gone.
Yay!
Dario.
Slam dunk! Oh, frig.
Now take it.
Back off! Why didn't it explode?
Your demon is banished.
Oh, no, 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 no!
Simply abhorrent.
Abhorrent?
It's done.
No! No! I refuse to accept it! It's not cheating. It's not cheating to roll back time.
Now we shall get started.
No! No, JD! I'm innocent! Joe Dario. And Harpy Girlfriend.
Tamatha. Very well.
Oh, I'm ready for them. Blah blah blah, yosh, blah blah. Nobody cares.
Commence. A second wind.
That's my girl.
The path
Nice.
to glory
Oh, 30
laid
damage.
bare.
'Twas of no consequence. We shall awaken him. Tries who might set us back. Let's go, Harpy Girlfriend!
Now go. Fear not the purifying flame.
Harpy Girlfriend for the
The
win!
two triumvirates are neck and neck.
No, 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 no. Damn, I can't survive another one of those.
The Nightwing's adversaries gained an edge. Faye banished. A blow against the adversary.
Good job, Hannah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, that was so close. No, 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 Jotaro! Oh, come on.
Well, now that was exciting. All of the withdrawn gone.
Yes!
Bask in the purified
Oh,
flame.
10 health left. Oh,
Once more like that,
Happy
and we are
girlfriend.
finished here.
come on, come on. Yay, Harpy girlfriend!
The night
I love you, Harpy girlfriend.
A narrow victory,
Oh, my girlfriends are
yet
so good.
nonetheless commendable.
I
The
should get bonus
ceremony
points now
is
because I did the
complete.
extra challenge. Yaush savors defeat. Thine, ours, he cares not. Ye shall see.
The rites do tend to teach something of trust.
Titan stars plus 3%. It's only 3%? That's all I get?
If only wings could
That's not
speed
worth
us
it.
on toward greater understanding.
All in all, having to unlearn everything I've learned is going somewhat faster than expected. Extra dashing. Or she can move faster after banishing something. No, we'll go this way. Trying to do that last one.
Until the stars.
So how was that for you,
align.
Jody, darling? They're using nicknames. I suppose the outcome was acceptable. I'll take that as a compliment. And reader, thank you for your guidance as ever. That's cute. They had extra dialogue since I put them together. Back at the wagon after triumphing over the withdrawn in the last-ditch effort, you're about to join the others discussing the outcome when Volfred finds you. Good work back there, my girl, though I'm afraid I must pull you away from any revelry, for there is something you should see. Please, join me outside. Look forth, the golden star reveals itself to us once more. Indeed, somewhere deep in the infinite dark, a single star shines brighter than the rest. The path to freedom. Who are we gonna fight? Chastity. The trees. Not a choice. The rites are calling you again to the fall of Solium, where one among you may go free should you prevail. It is as we discussed. The cycle of the rites is beginning to turn more quickly. Perhaps the scribes themselves have taken notice. Fortunately, having more frequent opportunities to free ourselves is not unwelcome to our plan. I suppose it's good for everyone, including the Chastity, who we will oppose next. Getting to Mount Elodial ought to be a little easier than before, at least. We should be able to make landing near some of the old monuments to the scribes. Let's set forth at dawn. Soon everyone is off to rest as best as they're able, knowing that another chance at liberty for one of them shall soon present itself. Faye seems to be in a happy mood, though she always seems to be around Jodariel, who is listening to her with patience. So, I would just look within the sail caps each daybreak for the morning dew to drink, and once in a while, I would find maybe a stream to drink from too? Though I get very thirsty sometimes too. I tried drinking tree sap once. It wasn't very good. Really it was very bad, I guess. She seems to be discussing how exactly she managed to survive in the downside, all alone for so long. Jodario watches her intently all the while. Food was hard to find, usually because, this is a bit embarrassing, but I tried never to harm a living thing, because it makes me very sad. But sometimes it is the way of things. I understand I do, and so I would eat as often as needed to, and tried a lot of different things to see if they were good. Most of them weren't, though. But I got by. I learned to get by. I already knew a little bit, because back home, where I came from, there I had to get by there too. Here, well, it was harder, but it wasn't that much harder, really, in a way. Jodario remains silent for some time as Faye trails off, then she embraces Faye and holds her there gently. Faye lets out a breath but says nothing either for a while. Faye, may I ask a question of you? Me? Of course. What question is it? How old are you, do you know? Oh, I'm 19 years old. That is how old I am, I think? Truly. Then you've seen a lot in not a lot of time. Know that what you've achieved is a feat. I have known seasoned soldiers who could not have lived through the experiences you've described. Oh, really? Wow, thank you so much. You've seldom seen Faye look so joyful as this moment. As for Jodario, you could count on one hand the number of times you've seen a smile play across her lips. You leave them to their conversation. Jodario is a good adoptive mother for Faye. The stars shine strange beneath the sea. This one dared rise from the water so that he could see them plain, the burning essence of those who came before. Our lives are but a quest to join the stars. This one longed to be the brightest, but in the downside, this one met those whose own stars shall doubtless burn at least as hot. Together we achieved great deeds. You may have seen some evidence of it, the remains of the greater Titans, which once darkened the stark land, but in our kinship was the strength to conquer them. It is this one's humble charge to chronicle those deeds, and may the Titan stars never stain the sky during your time. The Withdrawn did spawn forth from the wild witch Milith, in whose vigilant pursuit of the unknown and the unknowable, I always felt a certain kinship. Whether the Withdrawn are Milith's kin by blood or merely worshippers, we trusted one another to not ask for care. What mattered was that Milith chose the most audacious minds, who stopped at nothing short of the impossible. Though ever distant, the Withdrawn revealed to us such truths about the land which lay long hidden, even to one such as I. Their knowledge ever waking into newfound depths of consciousness, they led us all to better know ourselves. The boundless sea of Solus and the blackened star are all that remains of the blood titan Endriga. After this one's exile, he was joined by many of his bravest worm knights, who awakened the blood titan inadvertently while searching the downside's murky depths. Endriga was most displeased to see her hibernation end, and vowed to 4 ages of torment, on us and on our sea dominion. Our assault was grander than can be described, and lasted days and days and days. The noblest of worm knights fell upon her massive form, as waves which dashed up themselves against the rocks. Our resolve eventually exceeded hers, and she collapsed into the seas and disappeared. This one alone remained to tell of it. Let's give our heartbeat girlfriend some XP. Okay. First, you look for people to bully. Anybody? No? I know y'all are out here somewhere. You can't hide from the night wings. Maybe they're not here. Maybe they don't show up when it's the freedom right. Emperor's Fall or Emperor's Ascent. Ruki shall gain favor from the scribes. Pamitha shall gain favor from the scribes. Oh, you know what? I need Ruki to be up there so he gets picked. Oh no, wait, I can pick anyone to dismiss. I can pick anyone to dismiss, now that I think about it. So we'll go help Pamitha. Ruki's leaving. You make landing on the sacred Mount Elodiel, upon whose summit the next liberation rite shall soon take place. You wonder who among you may regain his or her freedom this time. Volfred finds you after the post-flight inspection. We shall have to take the rest of the trip to the Fall of Solium by land. May we soon liberate another of our own there. That should raise the chances that our plan shall ultimately succeed. I thought I told you to be gone. She's pushing you away as she did before. Perhaps I ought to cease my services to you if you insist on disrespecting my wishes thus. Would that sound good to you, O reader? Imagine not having access to the loathsome trinkets which I grant you. Imagine those idiots of yours having to get by without my tutelage. I can imagine it just fine myself. I was once a weapon used to kill an emperor. Attempt to kill him anyway. Now I am once again a tool being exploited, soon to be discarded. Go on then, leave me be. Go about your business and let's pretend we do not know full well how this shall end between us. You need not ask me twice. Simply verify which one of yours shall be subject of my scrutiny. It is Pamitha's turn! Oh, you mean that feisty harp. She may yet be taught some manners, I should think. I shall attempt to bring her down to size. Let us bring her forth. You called for me, reader darling? Ah, it's that crystal. Then let's hash it out. I'm ready. Let's go. This should be easy with Pamitha. The apparition Sandra appears. Listen well, Harp, you answer to me here. Ooh, a bossy one. Sure then, go on and tell me more. Such a delightful student for a change. Come then, let us see what you can do left to your own devices. Save for your reader's vigilance, of course. Let's show her what she wants to see then, reader darling. One is important. Let's start over. Oh, you're talking about the one earlier with Faye. Gotcha. Some nice accessories for Pamitha. Oopsie. Yeah, take your time, take your time. No! Oopsie. Oh, thank you for the club, lady. too good. Yeah, just fly in. There, now is everybody happy? Oh, happy as can be, my doubtless pretty heart. Is she hitting on my girlfriend? So good of you to ask. On top of that, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. You have my congratulations both to you and to your lovely reader. Now be gone from here before I have any second thoughts. My, that Sandra sure could use a massage or something. So angry, isn't she? Say, what's that you have there, darling? Triesta's plume. She may instantly return and deal damage? Cool. That seems pretty good. Later that day, you accompany Pamitha into the quiet solitude of Emperor's Fall, where a monument to Gol Golathanian awaits you. Perhaps due to the nature of this place, you begin to sense Pamitha's inner thoughts, as clear as if she were speaking aloud. Talking to the dead again, Pamitha. Fine, why not? Ought to keep your minds off of things. Just don't go getting your hopes up. Your life back there, it wouldn't be any better anyway. Soon, you and she are finished paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Gol Golathanian has shown you favor. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent. For now, the solitude here is fit for pursuing your vocations. Rank 2 of 2, rank 2 of 2. Rank 0 of 2, glory. Oh. Each point of glory raises how much damage your exiles deal to the adversary's pyre and the rights. Okay. What have you come to understand of the book? Can you recite its pages yet by heart? Have you internalized its teachings? In its lack of limits, you experience yours. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. All Nightwings gain 1 glory. Somebody needs me. You find Pamitha by herself again, though her expression has grown darker than her custom. Leave me be, would you, reader darling? Trying to get some good and proper moping done here, and you're distracting me. Leave me be, reader, just leave me be, reader, just leave me be. You don't want to know what's lurking in my heart or mind. What you'll find there isn't pretty. Yet something about her thought process is different to you now. You know that, with her conditioning, she can resist your scrutiny, but now her thoughts are laid bare to you. See what she's thinking. Pamitha seems to be inviting you into her thoughts. You remain there in that lonesome space with her. What is it going to take, I wonder, Pamitha? Shall I just go ahead and kill them all? That would be proof enough, perhaps, about my loyalties to you and our sisters. Perhaps I have to start with this one right in front of me. The bond between you severs as Pamitha opens her eyes and stares at you. Then she smiles sweetly and gives a gentle laugh. You see, reader darling, my thoughts are rather cumbersome at times. But do not fear, I have them very well under control. Still, thoughts being the loathsome thing they are, I nonetheless cannot fully suppress them. She exhales and looks askance. You know by now why I'm in this mess with all of you. You could say I lack Pamitha's sense of commitment, her zeal. She lives only to see your nation overthrown, or something worse if she could have her way. Centuries of conflict can be quite emboldening in that way, especially when one's sister's leading cause of death is Commonwealth-forged steel. Wielded with the utmost of mercy, of course. Well, I had little patience for the senselessness of it myself. Became a bit of a pariah, I suppose. I know Pamitha was going to get herself and others killed someday, so when she was to fly out on this one big mission of hers, I had other arrangements made. But after she was caught, your people did not exactly uphold their end of the bargain. I knew there were such risks, of course, and yet, a chance is still a chance. Pamitha was clipped and cast down. A mercy, they called it. I did not see it that way, and in my growing protests of her treatment, I was soon enough to follow. She fell silent for a while. I haven't yet decided if I entirely regret my actions, but I do seek Pamitha's forgiveness, and wish that she could see my thoughts for what they are, as it seems you can. Then she might realize our nation's people have much more in common than she knows. Sometimes I wonder which one of them is stupider. She brushes past you and out of the wagon for now. Her bio's been updated. Her crime was conspiracy. She made repeated attempts to make contact with enemy combatants taken into custody. The record states she remained loyal to the Highwing remnants. She's been exiled 4 years. Still don't know much about Jodariel. I want to know more about Faye. Okay. Onward. Faye shall be in favor. Sir Gilman. Let's go with Faye. Because I might actually use her in the fight. On the way to the summit, you pass a monument to Luce Glorian, and Faye happens to take notice. Blessed am I to have this audience with you, O Luce Glorian. Your resplendent glory has made this moment possible and given me so many friends who are so dear to me. Thank you. Whatever happens, thank you. She says little after paying her respects. However, as you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Luce Glorian has shown you favor. She's a good girl. She loves her friends. Come this way, please. The minstrel leads you towards the archway where his counterpart awaits. The exiles of the Nightwings have returned. They have. Greetings, Celeste. She all but ignores him and motions to the rest of you. Now then, each of you in turn, please state your name and what it is you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Please do as she says. Everyone steps forth one after another, much like before. Faye passes through the gate. Teasel passes through the gate. Jodariel passes through the gate. Sir Gilman passes through the gate. Hamatha passes through the gate. Ruki passes through the gate. Wolfred passes through the gate. No one is left to go but you. You step forth and declare yourself as you did before. The Guardian of Scribe's Gate regards you with a still expression. Then she addresses all of you in a formal manner. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. The lone minstrel glances up at the Gate Guardian. You have our gratitude, Celeste. But she pays him no heed. I think they used to date. Yeah, found family is family. Again you gain the top of Mount Elodiel, from which the downside sprawls before you. You wonder whether one among you shall soon follow a headwind from this place. From the top of Mount Elodiel, the downside may be seen in its entirety, or at least felt since so much of the land is shrouded, but that is hardly all. Through a wondrous miracle, there lies upon this highest mountain an inverted fall, whose waters crash not toward the sea, but rush towards the heavens. We speculate these are the very waters which delivered us, but now bend backwards, seeking their return, as do we all. In this phenomena can freedom be achieved, but only for the chosen, when the time is right. This is a path to freedom we cannot traverse, but shall leave open for you so that you may strive for it. Cling, 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 cling. Oh, hey guys. You know it gets real awful cold up here sometimes, waiting for customers, so come on in, okay? And good luck in that big battle thing you got going. That's where you're going, isn't it? I heard it's gonna be exciting for my friends. Infernal Bloom. An aura burst. Kablammers. I can only afford this one. You guys have a good day out there. Oh, he's not cold anymore. Commence the liberations! The time has come for your second liberation rite to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Wilfred speaking in hushed tones, but cannot sense the topic or the tone. But the tone is hushed. Tone? Then Wilfred looks up to you. I trust that you're feeling as prepared as possible, my girl. Each rite is consequential to our journey in its own respect, although these liberation rites have a more immediate effect. It's somewhat crass, however. I've gone and estimated by how much each of our companions may contribute to the outcome of our plan, should they be liberated here. Factors such as their previous occupation, innate tendency to lead, and oratory skill contribute to my assessment. It's nothing personal, for we are all in this together. Besides, we all ought to return in time possible. Know simply that, for each one of us who goes, in so doing, he or she shall raise our total chances of success. Oh. I see, Cricket. Reader, madame, this night you shall confront the chastity. They've already appointed Manly to be liberated. Ew. Should they manage to prevail. We all have faith in you, my girl, and lo, even the stars agree on this account. A new archbeast. Oof. Scary. I don't think it's worth it for 3%. Not at my skill level.
The Nightwings have returned unto the fall of Solium, at which the scribes first formed their sacred union. At stake this night is freedom and prosperity. But only for one exile who prevails in this liberation rite. Your many adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the chastity which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
The pyres burn, each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. An anointed one of chastity, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Manly flourishes onto the grounds and grasps his mask in his spindly fingers. Warmest salutations to you all upon this blessed eve. I am H. Manly Tinderstoff, and I must say that I am very moved to be a part of these proceedings. It shall be my humblest of privileges to return, quite soon I hope, unto the Commonwealth, where I shall dedicate myself in full toward the betterment of that society. I long to be a part of this glorious tradition, even when my freedom is rightfully restored. For is it not the case that exiles such as we are called upon to lead? How you govern in your Commonwealth is not our business here. Your intention shall mean nothing if you do not prevail in this right, Manly Tinderstoff. Oh, but I mean no offense, meant no offense at all. I shall serve well these rights, I promise. Why, I should think I shall be sending many exiles here into the downside to replace me. Oh. I can think of quite a few who I think would benefit from experiencing this wonderful tradition for themselves. He must never be allowed to leave. Then Manly covers his face again. Now as for you, Nightwings, make no attempt to undermine me here, and nothing shall befall you or your loved ones in the Commonwealth. Is it a deal? Yes, right, Cricket? Now then, have the Nightwings reach a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct the liberation rite. Reader, I'm bound to tell you once more. The first companion whom you choose shall go free this very night if you prevail. Only the enlightened may thus be anointed. Not all among you may yet be ready. The other two chosen for the triumvirate shall lend their aid. Kill this Manly, yes. Nightwings, make your decision.
Who would you set free?
It's my boy Rookie.
Rookie.
Good choice there, sister, though if I get out of here, I don't know what you're gonna do without me.
Who shall stand with him?
Wait, didn't he say he was gonna tell me who had the best chance of helping the revolution? Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Sir Gilman.
By this knight's honor, he shall fight with all his might. Bring out the girlfriend. Sure, let's get him out of here then.
The choice is cast.
Now it begins. Do me this favor if you please, and stand aside like a good sport there, I promise to reward you handsomely once I'm free. Bad tree man, bad.
Commence.
It's pretty song time. Yahoo! No, Panther! My girlfriend! Good job, Rookie. Oh, no. Oh, hey, Evelyn. Hello. Is this Evelyn from PAX? No. I won't allow it. Oh, hello. Cryptid Brain is like, there can only be one person with this name. Oh, what's this now? It seems to me the scribes so enjoy our company, the entertainment we provide, that they have deemed me to reignite our pyres. Observe! Something stirs in the sky. If the heavens are to rain and reignite your pyres, then the rite shall continue, ere one pyre or the other is put out. What? Oh, well thank you for lurking, Evelyn. Thank you, I appreciate it. And good luck with your work. What? What? This man is a cheater! Cricket, how is he cheating? Why is he allowed to do that? Gilman's so good at jumping. Get in there, Gilman! Oh, I don't have the ball. I thought I had the ball. Oof. Oof.
Alas.
This is bad.
Be gone.
Hammer, so you gotta carry us. Just do that 7 more times, okay? No, man. 4? Oh dear. No. Try again. I don't want to lose to Tree Man. He's such a jerk. He doesn't deserve to be out of here. Maybe I can see that percent chance thing that he was talking about before. No, I don't see it. Cricket, I thought he said that he would tell me whether or not they'd be helpful. If I freed them. I don't see it anymore.
Ruki. Who shall stand with him?
I'm gonna bring Faye instead of Gilman. Oh, I can help? I think I can help. And then Pamitha.
Pamitha.
Oh, okay. He made it sound like they actually like have different percentages for the plan succeeding.
It is done. Commence.
No! Oh, jeez, Louise. Dog drifting. You just walked right into it. I don't think it's a little defensive plant. There you go, Kevin. Oh. Gosh. Actually, did I remember to equip her? I don't think I equipped her trinket. One that we got. This guy's stuck. Yeah, the music is super good. Save me, Pamitha. Thanks.
And there it is.
This is tough. I'm only playing on normal difficulty too.
Who would you set free? Ruki. Who shall be at his side? Faye.
Yeah, I didn't have her special talisman on. There you go.
Now. commence.
No! What does he do with shielding? Oof, we should start this. Oh, it's instead of jumping? Oh. Let's see. These little guys are so fast.
To fly this prison to reach.
Oh, she's still alive. I thought she was dead for some reason.
Sorry, Manly. The chastity
Wait,
banished
why
to
did it
the
go over
last.
there? No, no, I wish I would.
Verily.
There we go.
Of resolve.
Nice. Oh, he's cheating again. Stupid Manny.
That manly Tinderstaff has such a mind for politics. Would that he focused on the rights.
Oh, that was so close.
Somebody get the orb. Tis what the scribes ordain. How fine! So it is.
Yeah.
A bit of a blunder.
No!
The orbs
Dang it.
engulfed.
Oh, I still have 5 health left.
Poof. Glorious.
I'm still in the game. I'm still in it.
Stand not in glory's path.
Oh, I was right there.
And there it is.
I should've just stood there and let my aura do it. This is tough.
Who would you set free? Brokey. Who shall stand with him?
I think I don't actually care that much about her talisman. I'll give her this.
Set. Tamatha. How's that? Commence.
Yay! Hey Brad! Hello, hello! Someday I'll understand your dinosaur fixation. That day is not today. Yay! Go, Panther, go! Ooh. Not bad. I'm gonna cry to the gods. Oops. No. Uh-oh, Rupee, it's up to you, buddy. use on that.
Be gone. They
Got it.
did it.
Yeah, girl.
This is the path to glory. Rookie plunged into their fire.
This might be it. Yeah, we're getting there. Oh, sorry, Faye. Dang.
The orb quenches the flame. Deliverance.
So close.
Your victory is at hand. Quite
Go.
a close call there now.
Thank goodness for dumb AI.
And there it is, at last.
Good job, Panther.
The Night Wings proved their worth. An outcome which left little room for
Little room for doubt. Little room, guys. You never doubted me.
Thus ends the liberation rite.
Alright, Rookie.
And thus the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Night Wings.
Nope,
shall
no
be
doubt,
free,
no doubt.
absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Now I gotta get someone else's backstory. Why, this is an utter outrage! Have you any idea what you've done, you ingrates? 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 So, what now? I guess I'm just supposed to jump into this waterfall thing back here and then that's it. Home free. Home free! Something comes over him then. Now listen to me, chums. Don't any of you go thinking you're gonna miss me, yeah? You're gonna do just fine. Even without old Rookie Greentail there to keep an eye out all the time. Even though the rest of you are just a bunch of slowpokes and all that. Me, I'm gonna be so busy drinking myself silly on Commonwealth stock, I'm sure I'm soon gonna forget each and every one of you. But just in case I don't, you be sure and stop by and visit me if you get back there too. Just look for old Mama Greentail's shop. Right in the heart of town, you can't miss it. So yeah, stop by, say hi, you know. Now, I think I'm gonna go, so excuse me. He drops into the shimmer pool and disappears within, although you still can hear him going on about something. Whoa, let me tell you, this is weird in here. Hey, it's starting! Uh-oh, wait! Thank you for the glove glove.
Godspeed, Rookie Greentail. The 8 scribes are ever merciful.
Oh, such mercy.
By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence.
He didn't talk about the revolution plan at all. Did I still have my Titan Star equipped? Did I have to unselect the one?
Until the rites begin
I
anew.
accidentally made it hard on myself. You returned to the wagon after having prevailed against the chastity and the liberation rite. I had a good feeling this would happen. At least someone got out of here. You succeeded in liberating Rookie, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. Oh, I got that scene once before Cricket, but I told him he should keep it. We did what we could. With each liberation rite, we strive to advance our plan. A brighter future awaits at the end of our path. For now, we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take it you've seen the stars, or I should say the lack thereof. You have or did. Once more the sky is all abyssal darkness following the liberation rite. No stars illuminate themselves to guide you further on your path. Then let us go once more to Moonlight Alcove. I have an errand I must run, besides, once we arrive. Best we recover now and make our way southward at first light. After the liberation rite, you find Sir Gilman in an uncharacteristically quiet and contemplative mood. He salutes you crisply with his tail. Glory to you, Master Reader, and glory to the noble Rookie Greentail. Long may he prosper in the Commonwealth. And in so doing, may he benefit the plan into which we've all been thrust. Then he falls silent for a time. You sense him growing very emotional. In noble Rookie, this night found a kindred spirit, Master Reader. One of questionable honor, the greatest cunning, and such blinding speed as to befit a minstrel's tale. This knight fears our triumvirate lost something irreplaceable in him. Of course, this knight is also pleased that Rookie has achieved his freedom, very much so. And furthermore, this knight shall now continue training even harder than before. Rookie Greentail, this knight shall train on until such time as he's swifter than the jagged lightnings of the deathless tempest. And the tempest raging in the sea. Now, Master Reader, this knight must beg his leave of you, for it is time, not for his rest, but for his training. Know that he's very grateful for your wisdom and your guidance in these rites. Between yourself and Master Rookie, you've instilled within this knight an unshakable resolve. He bows low and bids you a good evening. Those bearing the Knight of Chastity all count themselves disciples of Luce Glory and the 100 Minds, known firstly for his wisdom, but also cherished for his modesty, integrity, and kinship. Sklorian's priority in forming his triumvirate was to instill in all his subjects a deep-seated deference and respect for the rules governing the liberation cycle. The cycle of the rites must be respected to be understood, and needs to be understood to be respected, Sklorian said. Thus the Chastity are emissaries of the cycle. Should they earn back their liberty, then they shall spread enlightenment in self, and all of us shall grow. If you say so. Mercy is the beating heart of a truly free society. Mercy even for the perpetrators of the darkest deeds. As our liege Solium Mur drifted in an ocean of regret, he found there mercy, or rather it found him, and it saved his life. Mercy, freedom, they're intertwined. A society which raises a clenched fist against its own shall follow the doomed path of the Empire of Sar. Ours shall be a merciful society. May the perpetrators of the darkest deeds be sent to join us here, where they may learn as we have. Mercy shall engender union among all of our different kind. We shall stand shoulder to shoulder, equals in the same society. To the alcove. You once again find yourself amid the hidden splendors of Moonlight Alcove. Here you wait the time until the stars deign to shine for you again. Nobody wants to hang out with me. You've returned to a place of respite. Please make yourself comfortable such as you can. We're at the mercy of the stars, but I shall expect they shine bright again in time. As for me, I shall return by then, for there's something I must do. So mysterious. There upon the sacred mountain, you and your companions once more await the night the stars begin to shine again. The plan of which you're all a part is set in motion. The Commonwealth, a nation that stood almost for 1,000 years, is in turmoil. If your companions return there through the liberation rites, what sort of place shall they be coming back to? Many moons pass. One evening, amid a downpour with no interest whatsoever in relenting, Volfred requests everybody convene. You understand he has an announcement of some sort. Soon everyone is assembled, and Volfred regards the group. Everyone, there's an aspect of our plan which I've not talked about with you in length. Look around at your companions. What do you see in them? He lets the question hang a moment in the air. I'll tell you what I see in all of you, in all of us. I see in all of us a living vision of the 8 scribes themselves, each one among them hailing from a different tribe that later formed our commonwealth. My observation does not come from pompousness, I think. Rather, I believe the scribes themselves desired, or shall I say desired, such a course. Together they created all this ceremony of which we're now a part. We're basically making the United Nations, I think. The exiles liberated through their rights went on to found the Commonwealth, based on their values and their teachings. Thus, an instrumental aspect of our plan is to embody the spirit and the culture from which the Commonwealth arose so many centuries ago. That way, when we are all united on the other side in solidarity, the people shall all see that we reflect the values that they cherish in their hearts, not merely our own. Anyway, we are still missing our key representative, on behalf of Molten My Live, and I happen to know a certain bog dweller who I think shall fit the part most splendidly indeed. He motions for someone to approach. Bertrude. A certain bog dweller slithers forth. You recognize her straight away. It is my pleasure to introduce to you a dear old friend of mine, whom I believe you've met. Welcome to the Nightwings, Bertrude. The bog dweller called Big Bertrude utters something guttural by way of greeting. We are to understand that you require further aid from us. Yes, dear Bertrude, the time has come. Bertrude here is far and away the most accomplished alchemist whom I've ever met. You soon shall find that she knows much about the rites as well. Bertrude looks you and your fellow exiles each in turn. Be frightened, ye apparent. Everyone is silent as Bertrude searches their expressions. Then tremble, small ones, and hold well thy tongues. Thus we remove them. She takes her leave without another word. Please excuse Bertrude's blunt manner. I guarantee she shall more than make up for it. Everyone disperses. It seems now that the ranks of Nightwings are complete. Now then, my girl, perhaps you notice that the stars are bright once more up there behind those stubborn rains, meaning it's time we got back to business. Indeed, once more several stars shine bright within the cold and stormy sky. Ferocious roar. Let's look at the planner. Total rites conducted 12. Oh! Exiles liberated 2. Okay. So next up is the doggos. I'm fine with fighting the doggos. Oh, thank you, Iron Bite. Thank you for the counting. Thank you. I should fight the harpies because they're a pain in the butt. That might also help Pamitha. So we have another brush with Tamitha. Perhaps she'll spare me another moment of her time. She's here because of me and I'm here for her. Tamitha then tells you more of your next adversary, her own blood sister. Tamitha Thane, a harp of the Highwing remnants. Raised from birth to excel in outwitting and outmaneuvering her enemies, she seems driven by her hatred for the Commonwealth. After retreating to the mountains centuries ago, the harps refused to join the Commonwealth, and those old tensions boiled over into raids, or skirmishes, or an all-out war. Flight tacticians such as Tamitha gave the Highwing remnants a swift and powerful military presence to this day, despite the harp's small numbers. She once hatched ambitious plans to overthrow the Commonwealth, breaching its defenses so her sisters could rain down untold destruction. On the darkest night of the year, she led a daring infiltration mission deep into her enemy's lands. It almost worked. Hey Katie! Welcome back! However, she was betrayed by someone very close to her, someone branded a Commonwealth sympathizer, Tamitha. Tamitha was caught, clipped, and subsequently exiled as a prisoner of war, but being trapped within the downside only stroked her furry. Oh, stoked, not stroked. I wound up in here not too long afterwards. Anyway, it's complicated, what happened between us. What I did for her own good, and that of all her sisters. Though I'm beginning to doubt that Tamitha will ever see it that way. We'll see, I suppose, but for now I'll try my best to catch what sleep I'm able. Pleasant dreams then, darling. You bid a good night to Pamitha in turn. No time now to make flight preparations, though come morning the Black Wagon will press onward. You find Big Bertrude looking about the Black Wagon in a disapproving way. She fixes her gaze on you, her expression does not change. Such a clutter. added to this wagon since we looked upon it last, unsightly. We remember thee from our abode in flagging hands. Then thou must be the reading one to whom Sandalwood referred. She moves in close, studying you. You recall that the mere touch of the bog crone of the southern bogs can induce paralysis or worse. That one such as thee can extract meaning from that tome, 'twas a feat we wish to witness for ourselves. Thy flesh has seen but the smallest fraction of the years which ours hath withstood, and yet we are expected to believe that thou can understand the Book of Rites. Then she backs away, for someone else has joined you. Hail, Bertrude, madame. Is everything to your liking at this time, or is there something more which you require? We've been unable to locate a supply of rotworm gizzard to extract among thy belongings. Other than that, we shall lodge no complaint at present. It is possible that Wolfred has a small supply among his possessions here. If you would care to accompany me, we may procure some. That would be agreeable with us. Then after you, madame. As they depart, you think the lone minstrel nod. You think you see the lone minstrel nod his head your way. I haven't got any new treasures recently. With these blackened nails do I hereby inscribe the rites of flame. The bylaw shall be written here in full. We, the 8, decree the rites attest of one's true worth in body, mind, and spirit. Now until the stars abandon us, there shall be binding law within the downside. Those deemed worthy in the rites are to regain their freedom from the downside, and return from whence they came. Exiles shall conduct the rites as one of 9 triumvirates, and look toward the stars for guidance on their path. Exiles shall bear this book as status. The essential structure of the rite shall be as follows. Where chosen by the stars within the dark of night, shall 2 triumvirates stand in that position, far enough afield beside their consecrated pyres, symbolizing their resolve. In each triumvirate, the 3 shall act as one, to demonstrate their trust in one another, not just in themselves. Triumvirates shall endeavor to extinguish the pyre of their adversary, whose flames are only to be staunched through a celestial orb descended from the stars. Whosever pyre remains burning shall prevail, the triumvirates are to disperse. We, the 8, have seen the turning of the stars from now until the ending of our age. Heed their guidance and ours. The stars take cyclical turns. The rites commence at their behest, upon celestial landmarks where the downside's greater titans fell before the heavens. Bearing this book bestowed on your triumvirate, you, the reader, shall perceive under which stars you are to congregate. Follow where they lead, as your adversaries shall. If either of you fails to appear, then neither of you walks the path. Whether you prevail or you fail, from that point on the stars shall guide you. The rite shall not commence unless the necessary preparations are complete at celestial landmark, ere the stars align. Exiles shall conduct the rites bearing this book, of which there are but 40 copies, each bound in astral hide. Exiles shall wear the sacred raiments, fashioned in our likeness at the summit of Mount Elodiel. Their identities are to be concealed, for they shall represent us all. Exiles shall set a metal sigil for their pyre, and consecrate the grounds using the words, "The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours," and the heaven shall respond when all is set. How many pages are there? During the rite, each triumvirate shall act as one unerringly and without question. The disobedient shall suffer banishment or permanent expulsion. Exiles shall move as a single mind to demonstrate their faith and recognize that they, as we the 8, cannot prevail alone. Their worth shall be determined both by their actions and their peers. Triumvirates lacking experience in this may designate a reader, whose focus on this book may help the others to coordinate. However, only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path towards enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Afternoon, Cookie Mom! Oh, actually, good morning, Cookie Mom! It is still barely morning for you, I think. It keeps going! At the appointed time, at the aligning of the stars, the heaven shall rain down upon the ground sufficiently prepared, and thus the 2 opposing pyres shall be set ablaze. Thus shall commence the rite. Triumvirates are to protect their pyres, as they would their lifeblood. Lifeblood itself is never to be shed, before, during, or after any rite, lest the disobeyer suffers permanent expulsion. Exile is injury enough. The rite is in itself an act of mercy. Fear not the purifying flame. Plunge into it headlong without fear, for you shall be protected by the stars themselves. Seek freedom in the flame. Oh, you're in Central now? For some reason I thought you were in Seattle. You want to be the reader, then read. I should have known. Exiles bearing the raiments of this book. The raiments and this book revealed their hidden aura in the color of their flame. The aura is the exile's solitary weapon in the rites. Should one's adversary cross one's aura, the adversary shall be banished. Banishment is fleeting nothingness. Seek the Pyre's light and thus make your return. The exile's presence shapes the aura. Exiles gain greater auras while standing side by side with the triumvirants, for we gain strength together. I did not know that. Exiles may cast their aura through sheer force of focus on this book. As the two flames are lit, so shall the celestial orb fall from the heavens. But one such orb shall be veiled by the stars, requiring triumvirants to vie for it. Its cosmic connection to the flames, the raiments, it's raiments, right? That's what Cricket told me, raiments? And the book bestow the necessary qualities for its bearer to prevail. Effortlessly sails the orb between the three and a triumvirate. It seeks the grasp of whosoever acts among the three. Once grasped, the orb shall draw within it the bearer's aura, fueled by the triumvirate's own flame. It is to be cast into the flame. Great. Okay, gotcha. Please! I have D&D tonight! I can't handle this much reading! In each rite we gain enlightenment, whether we prevail or we fail. Indeed, through failure do we tend to learn the most valued lessons, provided we survive. None among us have prevailed without end. Exiles who walk the path toward enlightenment shall at times be struck by an epiphany and achieve mastery in some respect. Choose well amongst those blessings we bestow. Thus you may yet achieve your potential and surpass your adversaries. Whenever you prevail, your triumvirate earns favor. In time, the triumvirate with the most favor shall be summoned to the liberation rite, to earn a chance at freedom, and thus the cycle shall begin anew. D&D is not just math. The liberation rite takes place upon the fall of Solium under a bloodied moon, witnessed by the heralds from the stars. There the most favored triumvirate shall confront the one which we appoint. These two triumvirates shall first shall pass through the scribe's gate, where their worth shall be assessed under the stars. Only the most enlightened exiles within each triumvirate may be anointed for a chance at freedom. Two of their companions shall support them while they strive. The anointed champion of the triumvirate which prevails shall then plunge into the shimmer pool and return in glory. I did it! I'm free! Burn the books! Do not burn the books. You rise early that morning, though Bertrude is already awake. She scowls at you. Good morning, reader. Bertrude, I trust that your stay has not been too uncomfortable. Nay, Sandalwood, the comforts of this place are not for us. Fly us forth from here to lower ground. Let us get on with all of this. It's Lapin's birthday? I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to send her a message. Thank you for telling me, Goo. Thank you. The reader here shall do so once the group is ready. I thank you for your patience. Oof, goodness gracious. Time to look for people to bully and read. Okay. The inverted fall of Solium roars into the sky. Somewhere beyond it lies the Commonwealth, beyond your vision and beyond your grasp. Alas, that we can't simply fly on back up to our homeland. This wagon has its limitations, I'm afraid. But we shall return yet. Let's just continue now along the path. Oh, Goo can't hear me. Oops. Thank you, Cricket. Thank you for passing on the message. Reading comprehension is hard. Soaring far above the Sklorian shore, you notice Pamitha gazing down at the frozen cliffs below. That damned place down there. I like it least of all, I think, among everywhere we've been. I'm thankful that there's no reason to return. Reminds me of my home is all, the Highland remnants. We all grew accustomed to the thinner air, amid the cliffs that breaches the clouds above your Commonwealth. But it was not the nicest place. Little wonder that my sister settled for a rather warmer base of operations in this land, there by the nest of Triesta. Anyway, I'm pleased to have spent as little time as possible around here. Let's fly on by and go about our business. Where are the other ships? Oh, there we go. Yeah. I don't know which one that is. Oh, the accusers. They're not talking to me anymore. I guess that's what happens when you ram your ship into people. Get back here! Get back here! Yeah. Hey! Boy, what the bloody blazes! Barker notices your wagon has flanked there and begins to laugh. Well, if it isn't the Nightwings flaunting their fancy little flying wagon, eh? You think you're better than us, maids, I? Ha! You ain't better than the dung I stepped in last night. Now get on out of here, or I have a mind to sleep on over there and rip your gizzards out, you hear me? Ooh, fireflies and the glove club. Here. A gloom hangs thick above the pit of Mylith and all around it. You're brave to seek your adversaries here again, reader. Many in the downside believe it to be nothing more than a foul den. They take the tales of Yalish Astralborn to be mythology, embellished through retelling over time. You've met others such as Witch Umil who believe otherwise, although, whichever their beliefs, I know of none who would go near the place unless the stars demanded it. Thus shall your coming right against the essence take place. Thus shall your coming right against the essence take place in complete sorcery, as always the rites have. Gertrude slithers up to you as the black wagon passes through the skies above her former abode. Our kind who lurk below, they would scarce believe we soar above them now. We told them when Sandalwood came to fetch us that we shall not return for some time. Our most accomplished laborers, with whom we shared so many moons in exile, we trust that they shall carry forth the reputation of our services, for we taught them all we know. She seems almost nostalgic as she lists off the various services provided at Big Gertrude's. Curses, bombs, potions, powders, cleaning reagents, sleep medicines, fungicides. Did I say it? Fungicide? Fungicide? Seances, Big Gertrude's earned quite a name for itself throughout the downside, for these and other things. When we are finished here, provided we do not return from whence we came, we shall return to our establishment and carry on our business there, for there is much demand. She's quite popular. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Okie dokie, I'm back. And we have Cold Moat and Plague Moat. They both sound so appealing. Jodariel believes you may find rare or precious flora. Faye has a hunch you may find something of value. Don't they both sound good? This one's probably for selling, and this one's probably for like a talisman, I think. Real quick, I just want to see if there's anyone else in here. Another line. I think I'm gonna go with Jodariel. I feel like I always go with Faye. So, we should make sure we don't neglect the rest of our friends. You arrive again in the gloomy hollows of flagging hands. I always think it's flying. Already anticipating the sinking feeling that comes with the place. This time, Bird-Tree has something to say for it. We shall show ye how to withstand the less pleasant qualities of this locale. She reveals various salves and minor enchantments that help to counteract the spirit-draining effects of the region. Soon, everyone is feeling better, if but for the assurances. No penalties to hope. Yay! Fulford is poring over a copy of the Book of Rites as you approach. He looks up at you and smiles. The road to freedom written in a book that hardly anyone believes exists. And fewer still can read and comprehend. Sometimes I marvel how absurd all of this is, my girl. Tell me something, though. I've spent so much time considering the book, but known so few with whom I could discuss it in much detail. You've had some time to turn through it by now, so what do you think? Is it worth all the fuss? Fascinating, tedious, skimmed it, I cannot say. Sure, it's fascinating. You tell Fulford that the book fascinated you and that you've never seen anything quite like it. He nods slowly as you describe your experience with it. I share the sentiment. To have in our possession a genuine artifact from a forgotten time, how much of it is exactly true and how much of it is the scribe's retelling of events? I find it endlessly fascinating to consider, I must admit. He puts away his copy of the book with care. It's amazing that these volumes have survived for all this time, I think. Whatever they're made of has withstood the ravaging effects of time quite well. And the idea they're contained, they remain rather provocative as well. To think that the Commonwealth disavows the existence of this book, despite official recognition of the 8 scribes. Although the reasons why are in there, written plain, how fascinating that its secrets have been kept for all this time. Anyway, you'll have to excuse me for my extracurricular interest in the teachings. I used to teach a version of its history. To have access to the real thing has brought me some small pleasure. Let us be certain to preserve these volumes for whomever shall be next to use them. He turns his attention to other matters and bids you a good afternoon. Beyond the valley lies the flagging hands, which could be called a swamp, if an entire sea could merely be a lake. Soon after our arrival, several of us fell into dark despair such were the environs. I found it rather fascinating, though. It held aspects reminiscent of the southern bogs we dealt in as Tad. We grew accustomed to the dampness of the air and grew to savor certain twigs and beetles. It can be said that the flagging hands are an acquired taste, recommendable only for those of our same bent, or perhaps the downsides need of imps. The sea surrounded the environs on 3 sides, appearing insurmountable at first. Do I have any pages? Oh, what's down here? Gertrude's decks. Playing cards. Whoa. Close. Okie dokie. You accompany Jodariel as she scours through the gloomy hollows of Cold Moat. She never speaks and remains focused on the task until at last something catches her eye. Look here, such life seldom takes root here in this habitat. She hands to you the fresh plucked specimen for safekeeping. Noose leaf. Ooh. worth quite a bit. Hit of my lid. Time to fight the harpies. If there's one celestial landmark in which I would never again wish to tread, unless of course the stars beseech me to, it has to be the pit. 'Twas dark in there beyond all reckoning. If not for my Lid Sorcerer's lantern, all of us, we all would have been lost. What lies within the pit is not to be invoked, although I have no doubt our goodly Underking shall be unable to prevent himself from boasting of how my Lid sealed it there for an entire age. The thing yet lies there on the edge of death. Through its connection to the stars, it gives the pit significance. Walk there with courage and a steady mind. We got some mushrooms. Yeah. Mushroom! You find Jodariel seemingly deep in thought. You consider whether even to bother her. Your presence is not unwelcome, reader. Remain a moment, please. She stares at you for some time. Today marks the beginning of my 16th year in exile. Oh wow. Most of the others were like 3 or 4 years. You look back at her and remain silent. You sense that all she wants from you right now is for you to listen. I have kept count, put notches in this breastplate of mine for each passing day. Notice how much it has frayed. 16 years, reader. The orphans whom I foster would be long since fully grown. Some of them are likely gone. Many of them speak of how they long to one day serve with me on the blood border. Sometimes I cannot help but wonder, if I still were captain, could I have protected them? Could I have made a difference? I think not. The Commonwealth and the Highwing remnants, they have fought eternally. Those such as I have come and gone throughout the age. I catch myself feeling pity for my years, but then, had I remained there in the blood border, it's likely I would have lived to see this day. It is unlikely I would have lived to see this day. She looks at you again. Do you know why they cast me down? I was a decorated captain. They said I was the best. She closes her eyes a moment before she continues. One day it was a standard patrol, but I ran across a pack of Hart fledglings, fully armed and preparing for a strike, but all on their own. They were nothing for my regiment. We ensnared them all and took them in. A considerable prize. They were not yet conditioned and could be made to talk. When the order came down they would be executed, I could not bring myself. The Commonwealth, priding itself on mercy, committing such acts, through one such as me, it was unconscionable. So I thought then, at least in my younger years, I let the damned birds go, made no claims as to the contrary, and turned myself in. I was cast down the following week, 16 years ago. Thus my enemies had the last laugh in that exchange. If I were faced with the same choice again today, I do not know for certain that I would have chosen just the same. Now then, I shall go and mark this occasion as I've always done. Be well, reader. She heads out of the wagon alone. Okay, I'm actually going to stop the stream here today, guys. I'm sorry, my tummy's very hurty. I will see you all next week. We'll play some Elden Ring, we'll play some Splatoon 3 and some Pyre, and I hope you all have a good rest of your afternoon. Alright, bye-bye!